My, I'm so glad to come before you today. I'm Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith. This is WVSW Radio, the number one internet station. I'm excited because God has blessed us one more time to come before you and give you a presentation. Hopefully, allow you an opportunity to kind of grasp on some things, be able to uh, have things of ministry to you or minister to you as well through WVSW Radio, the number one internet station. Today is our Love Cafe, and it's the real love talk show that soothes your love appetite. And we're going to focus on a title that really relates to the Love Cafe, and that's intimacy beyond the physical connection. And I want you to take time and kind of think about, what position are you in your relationship? Is it one of your love language, which is physical touch? And that's how you get your intimacy. But we're going to talk about it beyond that level here on WVSW Radio. I hope you have an opportunity to join us besides a network where you can call in or either go to your internet and you can apply your the information I'm about to share with you so you can be in line to talk with me one-on-one on the network. That's riverside.com, and the link for that, which is the web link, riverside.com/studio/WVSW radio internet. If you want to share your opinions, stories, and examples with me in the world, anything from your neck of the woods, you can go to Big O Live. You can use that network, and that's Dr. L.O.V.E. Smith. We have two Facebook channels, and the first one is Dr. L.O.V.E. Smith. The second one is Zeta Phi Sigma Greenville. We are partners with the Brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Attorney Incorporated, and we want to get the word out, whatever their projects, whatever their service announcement is, we want to get it out. But we're going to work together and make sure we partner up to do the many things they're trying to do. And we're going to make sure the service touches the communities of Butler County, Alabama. Super Live, that's WVSW Radio Internet. You have tango.com, WVSW-radio-14059. Then you have Twit, which is at Dr. L. Dialberto 2017. Then we have TikTok, and TikTok is available on at Dr. Lorenzo Dialberto Smith. YouTube, two channels we're operating, the Smithway Enterprises, and also Dr. Lorenzo Dialberto Smith. Lorenzo Dialberto Smith. Join us there. Sign in, join us, subscribe, monetize with us, whatever you feel comfortable doing. We thank you for your support. We want to make sure there's a clarity in regards to our on-demand episode. They're audio only. And you can go to podservefm.com, type in WVSW Radio, and you have access to Alexis, Amazon Podcast, Apple Podcasts, Edge and Google Plus, iHeartRadio, Podbean, Park Paradise, Snitchers, Pandora, Spotify. Again, operated by podservefm.com. WVSW Radio, the number one internet station, has listeners and watchers in 61 countries and on 6 continents. And we thank you for supporting. We're an interactive platform. We want you to be a part of, whether you're through your social media device or the network you're working on, or you can call in or get an opportunity to go to your internet and you can Google and connect with us through that. And that's through riverside.com. Also, I want you to keep in mind about registering for WVSW giveaways. We're the end of this month, which will be next week. We'll be giving away our book bags. We'll give away from 100 to uh, down to $5, from $5 to $100. But your name have to be in the giveaway. We're raffling these things off. The only thing we're just gonna make sure you get, if your name is in there and you have a means of transaction, we're gonna send you in between $5 to $100. They have people tendencies, it's my birthday coming up, and we try to work with, because we have several people have birthdays. We try to send you something much more that's worthwhile. We'll at least take you and let you go buy your dinner on behalf of WBSW Radio. So we're excited to come to you. And the means of transaction or Bitcoin, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle, and you can send your name along with that. Now, we're not asking you for any money. We're going to send you some money when you send your name and register for our giveaway. So send it to LorenzaDSmith15 at gmail.com. We look forward to hearing from you. Sow a seed with WVSW Radio by sending a like. Hit the like button. When you sign on, I need you to hit the like button. I see a lot of people sign on and they hit the invite button. I need you to hit the like button as well. I really appreciate to let us know that you're watching and you're supporting what we're trying to do. WVSW Radio, the number one internet station, monetized through Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Big O Live, Podbean, Park Paradise, Riverside, Super Live, Tango, Twit, and YouTube. So you have an opportunity to be a part of supporting us in that manner. The show title today is Intimacy Beyond the Physical Connection. And I want you to kind of think about the ideal of intimacy. What is your love language? And through your love language, you can get to the intimate part of life for you. But before we move there, we want to talk about the Love Cafe, because that's the show of the day. The Love Cafe is the real love talk show that soothes your appetite. The Love Cafe, which the love is broken down into acronyms, the L, the O, the V, and E. They do have a meaning. But we want to talk about the cafe menu, which includes the appetizer slash starter, which is your lust. That comes and associated when you first meet people. The lust attracts you to those individuals. The lust takes you in a position and puts you in a situation where you might just see someone and just get so excited, steamy inside over that individual. Next thing on the menu is the entree, which is the attraction. Next, the dessert. The dessert is the attachment that draws you to that person, but you work your way through the stages. Each one of those areas of the menu associated with the tiers of education. I'm sorry, tiers of a relationship. First of all, the appetizer again is the lust, it's the social stage or tier. You have the entree, the attraction is the uh, uh, where you want to get to know that person. You want to take an opportunity to find out about that person. So you want to get acquainted with that person. It is your attraction. Your dessert is where you have decided to step into maybe a friendship or a romantic stage. Then finally, the beverage. We hadn't forgot about the beverage, which is the awakening. It is something that's stirred up inside of you where you want to communicate with that person consistently. You want to get to know more about that individual, and you'll go through each one of the stages from the lust, attraction, attachment, and the acquaintance that are known as the awakening area. The acronym LOVE, which is L-O-V-E, means, starting with the L, is listening, loyal, and likability, as well as love. The O is overcoming, observing, and overlooking faults. The V in the Love Cafe is value, vulnerable, virtue. The E is everything, everlasting, excitement, and empowerment. See, love is patient, caring, humble, intimacy, unconditional, commitment, dedication, consistent performance, support, encourage, compromise, deep affection, and selfless. See, love is a state of mind. Love is action. One thing love is not. It is not hurt, humiliation, and abuse. So when we're going to talk about our title today, Intimacy Beyond the Physical Connection, we have to think about the Love Cafe and what it really means. What is that menu is all about? As we broke down the acronym of love, we talk about each one of those letters meaning something. So we want to take this opportunity to truly talk about it and give you some information. For the ones that are joining you, this is WVSW Radio, the number one internet station. I am Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith. Our show today is the Love Cafe, titled Intimacy Beyond the Physical Connection. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here today. I am grateful for the chance to speak with you about a topic that is often misunderstood, frequently oversimplified, and deeply important to the human experience. Intimacy beyond physical connection. When most people hear the word intimacy, their mind jump immediately to physical closeness. But intimacy is far more expanded. It is the emotional glue that binds relationships, the quiet force that deepens trust, the invisible thread that makes us feel seen, valued, and understood. Today, we're going to explore intimacy in its fuller, richer meaning. Intimacy as connection, vulnerability, presence, and shared humanity. We'll talk about how it shows up in friendship, families, mateships, community, and even within ourselves. My hope is by the end of our time together, you'll walk away with a deeper understanding of intimacy, a clearer sense of how to cultivate intimacy, a renewed appreciation for the relationship that shapes your life, refining intimacy. Intimacy is often mistaken for physical affection, but physical closeness is only one expression of a much broader concept. True intimacy is the experience of being deeply known. It is the comfort of being able to say, "This is who I am," and trusting that the person in front of you will not turn away. Intimacy comes in different forms. First, you have emotional transparency. Emotional transparency. Not always caught up in your feelings, but showing yourself from through not your feelings, but truly how you are. Showing love and what love does. See, love is not a gift that you give to people. Love is that action. Too many times, individuals spend their time using that gift or saying, "I love you." But emotional transparency is showing you're grieving. Emotional transparency is showing that you are angry. Showing it and then acting is something different. Emotional transparency. Intellectual curiosity shared with another person. Intellectual curiosity shared with another person. Spiritual resounding. Showing your spirituality, showing that you are not just all about talk, you're about action. Mutual respect and trust. It's important that we really focus on self-respect. When we focus on self-respect, then we can show respect to others. Trust, doing the right thing, being trustworthy. Mutual respect and trust, shared meaning, and shared experiences. Understand your purpose. Your purpose have a meaning. Your purpose is meaningful. Be able to share your purpose along with your experiences in life. We all arrive where we are based on our purpose, our meaning, and our experiences. There's no way around that. It's important that we keep that in mind, that our purpose is only for us to travel the road or journey of life, to have and see your purpose, know your purpose. There's experience that puts you in a position to be successful. The courage, the last one that best explains intimacy, is the courage to be vulnerable. To have a healthy relationship, you must be able to be vulnerable. I understand we all go through traumatic experience, even from a child up until where we are today. The only way you can heal is to seek, not tell them to get away from that person. Yes, get away from that person, but seek some help that gonna put you in a position and have healthy relationships. Physical connection can complement intimacy, but it cannot replace these deeper forms. See, without emotion, without intellectual, without relational closeness, physical closeness become hollow. With them and relational closeness, physical closeness become meaningful. But again, it is only one piece of a much larger whole. We'll look at emotional intimacy. We're going to break them down and look at them first. Emotional intimacy, the foundation of all deep relationship. Emotional intimacy is the ability to share your inner world, your fears, hopes, insecurity, dreams, and trust with another person. Being able to the fears, the hope, the insecurity, the dreams, and the trust with someone you feel comfortable enough to be vulnerable with. It is the willingness to be vulnerable and the commitment to respond to someone care. Sounds like I trust you enough to tell you what I am really feeling. I trust you. Tell you some of my deepest thoughts. I feel safe sharing my worries with you. You feel safe. That means you feel secure, safe. You're in a safe zone, safe mode with that person. I know you won't judge me when I am struggling. Will you judge me? Will you judge me when I'm struggling? Emotional intimacy says that you will not judge me. You will work to support me. You will have empathy for me. Next, I can be imperfect around you. I can be imperfect around me, around you. You can be imperfect around me because none of us are perfect. We're imperfect people, are human beings. Sometimes we do some things that are meaningful. Sometimes we have perfection, but we're still flawed. The flesh is always flawed, and we're imperfect people. And how you want to build emotional intimacy, you build it through honest conversations, active listening, which is a skill, honesty is a characteristic. Empathy is another characteristic. Consistency, reliability, can't get it out. Reliability is important. People must be able to rely on you, your family, your friend, your church, your workplace, your community. We should be able to rely, your cohorts on your job. They should be able to rely on you. That's what emotional intimacy is built on. Patience. Do you have patience? Or do you fly off the handle when things don't go your way? See, emotional intimacy is not created in a grand gesture. A lot of us want it to be something grand. We get a lot upset. We get upset because others don't feel the same way you feel. But it's all about understanding that it is built in small moments, checking in, asking thoughtful questions, remembering details, showing up when it matters, and offering compassion when someone is hurting. You'll be surprised what your words of kindness, words of compassion does for someone, for their emotional intimacy. You will be surprised when you text when you see some tragedy or something that happened that might not be good for those individuals. You'll send your thoughts of concern through your condolence or just your prayers that you want everything to be all right. It means a lot to those individuals. See, when emotional intimacy is present, relationship feels secure. When it's absent, relationship feel fragile. No matter how much physical closeness exists. Intellectual intimacy, another powerful form of intimacy, is intellectual intimacy, the connection that form when two people share ideals, challenge each other's thinking, and engage in meaningful conversation. That's intellectual thinking, intellectual intimacy. It's not about agreeing on everything. It's about enjoying the exchange of perfection or perspective. It's about feeling energized by someone's mind, inspired by their curiosity, and respected in your own thinking. That's intellectual intimacy. Listening to their perspective, being thought of enough for them to exchange their perspective with you. See, it shows up in deep conversation. You come in a room and you might be even sitting with somebody, y'all in some deep conversation over there. That is an intellectual moment of intimacy. Shared problem solving. We can share problems, but do we spend time sharing problem solving or solving problems? learning together. We all can learn something every hour, every minute, every second of the day. But it's so much better when you learn with someone else. Debating respectfully. It's all right to have an argument or debate, but be respectful. That's a sign of intellectual intimacy. Using sign language because things are not going your way in the debate, like shaming, insulting, trying to make the person feel guilty because they have thoughts as well, and your need to be right. If you need to be right, it's impossible for you to focus at the high level or be stable or mature in intellectual intimacy because you don't like what they said. We assume everybody trying to hurt our feelings, but everybody's not trying to hurt your feelings. See, the truth does hurt. There's no way around. Some people say you should say it another way because your tone and the truth hurts. And when you can't handle the truth, you lack intellectual intimacy. Exploring new ideals, asking questions that matter. Every question you have matters because it's your question, it matters to you. But a lot of time, your same question that you asked, but they couldn't build the courage up to ask the question. Intellectual intimacy strengthens relationships because it creates a sense of mateship in others' partnerships, marriages. It says we grow together. We think together. We explore life together. Intellectual intimacy. Spiritual intimacy. Spiritual intimacy is the closeness that form through shared experiences. It's the bond created when people first build something together, travel together, face challenges together, celebrate victory together, create traditions together, shares hobbies together, work toward common goals. You're building intimacy through experience. Spiritual intimacy is powerful because it creates memories. It gives relationships a story. It says we have lived life side by side. See, this type of intimacy is often overlooked. Yet it is one of the strongest ways humans connect through experiences. Shared experiences create trust, familiarity, and a sense of belonging. Spiritual intimacy. Spiritual Intimacy is the connection that forms when people share values, purpose, and a sense of meaning. It does not require identity beliefs or identical beliefs. It requires alignment in what matters most. Align yourself with people that understand your purpose and share your values, and they have a purpose as well. Then they have a sense of meaning. It's your belief. If y'all have identity belief or identical belief, if you want to say it, now y'all can align yourself with what matters. Spiritual intimacy can be found in shared moral principles, shared commitments, shared vision for the future, shared gratitude practice, shared service to others, shared reflection. It is the feeling of walking through life with someone who understands your inner compass, better known as your inner self. It is the sense of being connected not just to each other, but to something larger, whether that is faith, purpose, or humanity itself. Relational intimacy. Relational intimacy is the closeness that comes from mutual respect, trust, and mateship. It is built through reliability, honesty, integrity, accountability, healthy boundaries, and mutual support. Relationship is built on me counting on you to do what you say you're going to do. A relationship is going to be built and we can be closer because you're honest. Tell the truth. You're honest with people. You lack the ability to be honest, you lack integrity. Be honest, let the chip fall to me, but your integrity will grow and be better when you are honest. You can be trusted now. Accountability, accepting responsibility, and not blaming others. Healthy boundaries, whatever boundary you say, instead of say someone asks you something, you say, no, that's a boundary. You shouldn't allow people to crash or go across or through your boundaries. That's unhealthy. Mutual support. This allows you to feel safe. Relational intimacy is the assurance that relationship is stable. A relationship is stable. That both people are invested. And that the connection is built on solid ground. Sturdy foundation. The role of vulnerability in emotional intimacy. road of vulnerability and intellectual intimacy, the road of vulnerability and relational intimacy, the role of vulnerability and spiritual intimacy. It is based on your destination because intimacy should be your destination. Your destination. Vulnerability is the path you're going to take. Vulnerability is not weakness, it's courage. It is the willingness to be seen without armor. Vulnerability sounds like I'm afraid, I need help, I made a mistake, I care about you, I'm hurting, I'm proud of myself. Vulnerability creates intimacy because it invites genuine, authentic. It says, I trust in whom I am. And when someone responds with empathy, understanding, and care, intimacy deepens. I have an intimacy in different relationships. We have different forms of relationship, as you know. Family, friendship, romantic, workplace, organization, church, community. Intimacy look different depending on the relationship. In friendship, emotional support and trust. That's friendship. In families, intimacy is built through consistency, care, and shared history. In romantic mateship, intimacy is built through emotional closeness, intellectual connection, shared goals, and mutual respect. In communities, intimacy is built through belonging, shared through self-reflection, honesty, self-compassion. Intimacy is not limited to one type of relationship. It is a universal human need. That's why you have to be aware of the barriers to intimacy. Many people struggle with intimacy because of the fear of rejection, the fear of love, the fear of abandonment. Next is past hurts, trauma you experience even as a child, as a young adult, as an adolescent. You can't trust those individuals. So the lack of trust about intimacy, difficulties expressing emotions. They're going to struggle with using sign language. The S is shame because they know people struggle with intimacy when they hear something that shames them. calling them out their name, saying something they are when they're not. They struggle. Misunderstanding of what intimacy truly is. You're talking about a close connection, better known. See, the bearers are real, but they're not permanent. Intimacy can be learned, practiced, and strengthened over time. So you ask the question, how to cultivate intimacy. To cultivate intimacy beyond physical connection, focus on presence, hearing to understand, not to respond. Honesty, sharing your trust. Empathy, caring about someone's inner world. Consistency, showing up again, 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 and again. Curiosity, asking meaningful questions to gain knowledge. Patience, allowing connection to grow naturally, having the patience to do that. Intimacy is not, let's see, rush. It is nurture. Intimacy is not rush, it's nurture. So as you get ready to close, we want you to remember intimacy is one of the most profound experiences available to us as human beings. Profound experiences. It is not defined by physical closeness, but by emotional depth, intellectual engagement, shared meaning, and mutual trust. It is the feeling of being known. It is the comfort of being understood. It is the joy of being connected. When we embrace intimacy in its full form, our relationship, our life become richer. We fulfill many of the things that we potentially want to do. So we become fuller. Our hearts become more open. When you embrace intimacy, you can be the best version of yourself. So as we say to you, thank you. Thank you for sharing this moment of intimacy. Thank you for spending time exploring intimacy beyond the physical connection. May you carry these insights into your relationships. And may they deepen the connection that matter most in your life. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to share the focus of today's Love Cafe in regards to intimacy See, we get caught up thinking it's just physical touch, physical connection. So I want each and every one of you all to be blessed. This is WVSW Radio, the #1 internet station. I am Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith, excited to come before you hosting or as your host for the Love Cafe. Because this Love Cafe soothes your appetite. It's a blessing. I want to let each and every one of you all know I love you from my heart. It's coming from my heart. I want to thank the Lord for allowing me to be here today. And I'm going to thank you for taking time to listen. So I want you to make sure you just think about how you understand intimacy. Is it only physical touch? Or it deals with relationships? Or it deals with emotions? Or it deals with intellectual experiences, spiritual vulnerability, how it operates in different relationships. What are some of the barriers to intimacy that causes you not to be successful in your relationship? Work on being fit to be in a relationship. Work on cultivating intimacy so your relationship can reach its highest point. Be blessed, be safe. I want to thank you. And tomorrow we'll be talking some sports at 4 o'clock tomorrow. Title is Rise Up and Be Champions. On Talking Sports podcast hosted by Dr. Lorenzo D. Silva. That's me. Join us at 4 o'clock tomorrow on WVSW Radio, the #1 internet station. I want you to be safe. I want you to take care of yourself. I want to say this to you. Playing some music. I love you, and ain't a thing you can do about it.